behind this black court, but as they head towards the line, this was a great confident ride by Davy Russell on presenting Percy. He produced him round the home turn, and he's gone on to win by 5 or 6 lengths in good style. Monolly will be home in second. Elegant.
A fiddler on the roof who's sticking on willingly, but he won't get any closer, and Monkfish driven out to make sure, drawing away the closing stages. Emphatic. Monkfish takes
in hot pursuit of him. Kyle Domainel behind those. They're into the closing stages of the Brown Advisory. It's been punishing soft ground, but what a horse this long press is. He's made most of the running to win in good style.
Coming back, Jerry Colomb with 4 lengths to find the real whacker. Jerry Colomb is finishing strongly. The real whacker, Jerry Colomb, closer with every stride. The real whacker and Jerry Colomb, the real whacker. The response is good enough at the moment. 2 lengths back to Monty Starr, who's trying to reel in Factor File. But Factor File, another winner of the week for Willie Mullins, his 99th festival winner. This one for
The Brown Advisory lead by 3 or 4 lengths. Second position, Stellar Story, and with this is better days ahead, but it's Lecky Watson who wins. Second position, the judge to split the nose bandit.
There are only 2 graded novices chases at the Cheltenham Festival now, so we're about to get to the answer to that question. Let's get into it. Now, before we start, don't gamble your granny's money, etc, etc, etc. Gamble responsibly. Think I'm safe there. Can't get sued for that, can I? Kicking off the stats for the Brown Advisory, 9 out of the last 12 were aged 7. 6 out of the last 12 winners were the favourites, but 9 out of the last 12 winners were in the top 3 in the betting. 9 out of 12 winners won their last run before the Brown Advisory, but 12 out of 12 winners had their last run within 77 days of the Brown Advisory. 12 out of the last 12 winners had one previous run at Cheltenham, but 7 out of 12 had one previous win at Cheltenham. 10 out of 12 winners had 4 previous runs over hurdles, but 11 out of 12 winners had 1 previous win over hurdles. 12 out of 12 had 2 previous chase runs, but 10 out of 12 had 2 previous chase wins. 10 out of the last 12 winners were rated 152 or higher. 10 out of the 12 last winners had won previously a Grade 1, Grade 2 or Grade 3 chase race. And lastly, 9 out of 12 had 3 runs that season, but 11 out of 12 had 1 win that season. This is the 5th episode of the Ante-Post Focus, so if you're new here and you're thinking, why are you giving me those stats? Well, we're about to equate those stats to the main protagonist of this race. So, let the rubber meet the road. Jamie Snowden has not hidden the regard in which he holds Wendigo. Wendigo has now won a Grade 2 chase, this was it here, and has finished 3rd in the Quarter Star Novices Chase at Kempton. I don't think he's quite up to this class, but I could be wrong. What do the stats say? So what do the positive stats tell us about Wendigo? He will be 7 years old at Cheltenham. He was placed on his last run. His previous run was between 23 and 25 furlongs. He has had 3 runs this season, and he will have run within 77 days of the Cheltenham Festival. Flipping the cards the other way up, what are Wendigo's negative stats? He is certain to be outside of the top 3 in the market, no win at 23 to 25 furlongs, his rating is below 152, although being in the top 6 in the market for this race, I suspect that he is not good enough. His class just isn't up to the level of the elite horses like Final Demand and Romeo Coolio. I suspect in this race he will be found out badly. Cocktail Divin put in an excellent round here to see off his rivals, though it has to be said his rivals were not that great. This was not the hottest chase you've ever seen. He has finished behind Romeo Coolio this year, and I think his level of form is a level well below that required to win the Brown Advisory Novices Chase. But could I be wrong? What do the stats say? So what are Cocktail Divin's positive stats? He will have run within 77 days of the Cheltenham Festival. He has run at a distance between 23 and 25 furlongs. He has had 4 runs over hurdles, and he has had 3 chase starts. What does the other side of the coin tell us though? What are his negative stats? He has no graded wins over fences at all. He will be aged 6 at Cheltenham. This might be a year too soon for him. And he will be rated below 152. The Big Westerner is a fantastic young staying mare. I'd actually think she'd suit the Grand National one day, and I'd love to see that happen. But for the time being, she is going to be confirmed to be taking on the Brown Advisory boys. And although she finished second in the Albert Bartlett last year, I think her level is just 1 below what is required to be winning this. But what do the stats say? So what are the positive stats for the Big Westerner? She will be the perfect age for this race at Cheltenham, being 7. She has had the required 4 runs over hurdles. Not sure why this stat is so prevalent, but it seems to be. She has won a graded race, having won a grade 2 last time, although I will just say it was in a mare's race. And she was placed at the Cheltenham Festival, finishing second to Jasmine DeVoe in the Albert Bartlett. So what are the Big Westerner's negative stats? Class issue. She might not be able to make the jump up between mares and outright open company. It's a very different task to go from one to another. She will be outside of the top 3 in the market, and her rating is below 152 at the time of this recording, which is the 4th of January. One of the festival highlights was Kitsball's jumping around Kempton. It really was a joy to behold. But be warned, this race was not this strong for the grade, and I just wonder whether he is just a level below what is required to be winning a race like this. What do the stats say? So what are Kitsball's positive stats? Well, he's done the distance, having won the Quarto Star Novices Chase at Kempton. He has had 4 runs over hurdles at least. He displayed some utterly fantastic jumping at Kempton. And of course, in winning the Quarto Star Novices Chase at Kempton, he won a graded race, a grade 1. So, flipping the script on its head, what are his negative stats? He's only a 6-year-old. He's currently rated below 152, and he might not have enough class. The Quarto Star Novices Chase was quite a bad renewal in all. Romeo Coolio is a horse the National Hunt racing fans have really clung to. Ever since his point-to-point win and his subsequent placing in the champion bumper, he has been a horse who has a huge following. But he often gets off the bridle first in a battle, and I wonder if that could be his downfall. What do the stats say? So let's look at Romeo Coolio's positive stats. He is a graded winner. In fact, he's won 2 grade 1s in his last 2 runs. He has had the required 4 runs over hurdles to be a contender, and adding to that, he has had 3 runs over fences to date. And those 2 grade 1 wins take him higher than 152 in his rating. And on to his negative stats. He might be an absentee from this year's Cheltenham Festival. Gordon Elliott seems very reluctant to send him across. I think this is for a couple of reasons really. One, I think it's because Gordon Elliott sees this horse as next year's Gold Cup candidate for the yard. And 2, if the ground turns up good, this horse will be outpaced no matter what. The owner obviously seems keen to send him to the Cheltenham Festival. Why would you not? You pay your money, you expect to go to the big festivals if you've got a good enough horse. We've left him in this race and the Arkle preview race just in case he comes across. But tell us viewers, what would you do with this horse? And the only other negatives that we can find, he's never done the distance, although he has done the distance in a point-to-point. but point-to-point racing is completely different to rules racing. Final Demand is without doubt, in my mind, going to be a poster boy for the sport in the future. Yes, he got beat at Cheltenham, but everything he's done up till now has been mightily impressive. 3 miles was always going to be his game, and chasing was always going to be the destination. So what do his stats say? So what are Final Demand's positive stats? He will be a 7-year-old at Cheltenham. He will without doubt be rated above 152. He is a graded winner, and he has the 4 runs over hurdles that you need. So you might be asking, what are Final Demand's negative stats? He's not actually done the distance. So he's won over the distance in a point-to-point. But as I explained earlier on, point-to-point racing and rules racing is a world apart. They go far slower in point-to-points than they ever do under rules. That's why you see some of the best point-to-pointers not being able to cope with normal rules racing outside of hunter chasing. And he needs soft ground to be proven at his best. He can get away with good ground, he's just better on soft ground or heavy ground. So I'm going to start this with a little bit of a question. Denman, Bobsworth and Lord Windermere all won this race the year before they went on to claim Gold Cup victory. But who won this race in 1999 and then claimed the Gold Cup in the year 2000? Try and give me the answer in the comments section below without using the internet. Trust me, it'll stump you. Now, on to my prediction for this race. I think the horse that will end up being at the winning line first in this race is, surprise, surprise, Final Demand. So I'm going to continue this explanation with a question. Who do you think is going to line up in the 2027 Gold Cup from the analysis that you've just seen? Because for me, it is Final Demand. You can have your Romeo Corleos, you can have the ever opponents, all you want. But I think this horse is the only one in this lineup that will win this race and then continue on to the Gold Cup. And call me foolish, and I've done this before and it's backfired, but I think he will be a real contender for the 2027 Gold Cup, let alone win this race. Thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. Now, if you like the content, may I ask that you like and subscribe? We need to get our subscribers base up massively this year. By the end of this year, 2027, on the 1st of January, we want to have 25,000 subscribers, but we can only do that with your help. And if you help us do that, I will be eternally grateful to you. I'm Rodders, this is Unbridled. Until next time, stay safe.